Howdy, y'all. Taking the intake and heads off Frankenstein now. I was going to start recording when I first started, but I forgot. But I didn't get very far yet anyways. All I got was the intake off, that's it. I just finished taking it off and remembered I was supposed to be recording this. Right there it is. I already took the gaskets and chucked them in my trash can here. None of them look bad or anything. Didn't look like anything was leaking on the intake. I think it's just the heads. So yeah, I think she's good. Just put fresh gaskets on it, cleaned it up first, and silicone the gaskets this time. I didn't silicone them the last time, so I'm going to silicone them this time. Let me jump up here inside of Frankenstein and show you something. The reason why I painted this on the inside. See? That way you can keep a close eye on any wear from if something's rubbing wrong or in the wrong place, like around here and stuff. You could always see, and you can tell with your push rods better if you got a nice clean painted surface. Doesn't appear that anything was leaking on the intake, so even though I didn't silicone it, but there was some loose bolts on the intake, just some of them, about half of them actually. I'm gonna go ahead and get the valve covers off now and start working on taking the exhaust off to get to the head bolt and then the head bolts. So alright, I got the intake and valve covers off. Zoom, zoom. And so far I don't see nothing out of the ordinary. Everything looks good. Now everything's there, tight in place. Oops, I'm short. Not even looking down at it. Definitely looks a little dirty in there. But that's gonna happen with an old engine. No matter how much you clean it up, the oil's gonna get dirty. Plus on the first break-in run like this, it's gonna probably burn the oil and everything, because it had transmission fluid in it for the piston rings to seat, and it had bottles of zinc in it and some crap. So next step is pulling the head off, or pulling the exhaust off, so I'm sorry. So that's gonna be a pain in the butt. So the exhaust bolts, well, this side isn't that bad. Let me show you. This side's pretty easy to get to. Those will be easy. It's this other side, it's not gonna be so easy, because we got stuff in the way. Some of them will be easy. Could probably get to the first three, but that one back there, man, that's for that first front exhaust pipe. Those first two bolts, I don't know if it'll even focus on it. Up there somewhere. Those are going to be the hard ones to get to anyways. So it won't show me just taking the exhaust bolts off. But when I get the exhaust bolts off and I get the head bolts broke loose, I'll start recording again. And so you can see if there's any carnage while I'm taking the heads off. Alright, the exhaust is off on this side. Woo! Alright, the other exhaust is off. And you know what? That second bolt back from the front of the engine took me like half an hour to get out. Because you can't put a box end on it, you can't put a socket on it because of the curve of the pipe. You can only use an open end only and get just these tiny little half turns at a time the entire time, dropping the wrench several times. Once inside the antifreeze bucket. It's horrible. I don't think I'm putting that bolt back in. I think I convinced myself not to. Alright, the driver's side head's ready to come off. I'm going to flip this around and see if I can find some place to sit it while I pick it up. Let's see. No. Does that look good? You can't really see nothing there, can you? Move back. Sheesh, I don't even know where to sit this thing. Alright, I guess I'll show before and after when I pick it up. Well, other than looking like it was burning super rich and oily, nothing looks too bad. Valves look like they're all good and seated, and I don't really see any place. Well, probably was leaking right around through here in the water ports. It is definitely not seated in there. You can see the water come up when I push down on the gasket. I bet you. Alright, that's gasket 1. Hopefully, maybe that's why right there, there's a gouge in this gasket right here. Pretty bad one. Goes all the way to the cylinder. I wonder if that happened when I was picking the head up just now, or if it was like that when I put it down. That I don't know. But number 6, which is that one right there, that cylinder only had 70 pounds of compression in it. That very well could have been our culprit. It looks like the gouge goes right into the water jet right there. Alright, got the passenger side head off. Did some closer inspection. I'm going to flip this around. I don't know what you can see or what you can't see, but this valve right here is definitely bent. That would have been my number 6 on the driver's side. Let's see if I can. Yeah, you can see it's tight down here, and up here, sticking way out. So this valve is completely gone. And after looking at most of my intake valves, all my intake valves are like that, sticking up on one side and down on the other. It's like on every one of these. This one down on this side, sticking up on this side, but not as bad. This one here is down on this side. My phone is casting a shadow, and sticking up on that side. May even be sticking up on that exhaust valve too. But anyways, yeah, I got bent valves all over the place. It's probably what I get for using the stock valves that was originally in this engine. I got upgraded valve springs on here over 300 and something foot-pounds, and compress rate's 100 and something. I think 125 was the compress rate, and 300 foot-pounds is a regular weight. 340 or some crap like that, I can't remember. So I gotta order some new valves. I'm gonna try and get some stainless steel ones. It looks like that's where we're at. All the cylinders, however, look like they weren't losing any compression anywhere. Let me flip this around. See, they're holding antifreeze right in there from the head when I pulled the head off. Not leaking down at all, nothing. They're just holding it. So I think the pistons sealed really well, the rings did. And that's where the problem is my valves are shot. It's that way on the both sides. So I'm gonna be heading inside now anyways, order me a set of valves. One thing after another. But you know what, when I did this head and I rebuilt everything except the valves, and I didn't even lap them either. If I would have lapped them, I probably would have noticed that they were warped. Or actually, I don't think they were warped when I put them in there. So I remember going through this head after I ported it and everything, and I did not see any areas where the valves were sticking up on the sides. Plus, that same cylinder, number 6, that's the one I checked compression in. That's on the driver's side when I first put the motor together before I ran it. I didn't have the coil wire on it, cranking the engine over with the compression tester in it, and it was reading about 125, 127, and now it's only getting 70 pounds, which is basically nothing. Might as well have been nothing. But that's right there's my culprit as to why I could never get it to run right, because I didn't have any compression. The highest compression in any cylinders was 90. So I'm not sure if the heavy duty valve springs had anything to do with warping them. I mean, I'm sure it probably did, but I don't know if that would cause that or not. I should have just replaced them in the first place. Then I wouldn't be even having this problem right now. But anyways, I got new head gaskets, new intake gasket. I got the copper spray. Now I just got to go in and order a set of valves. All right, y'all. Talk to you later. When I get those valves in, I'll let you know. I'll show them to you and all that. And I'm going to go ahead and end this video off here and get her posted tonight. Well, I don't know if you can see me or not. I'm sitting out back with the dogs. They're over there playing around, horsing around. That's Bayou and Scar. Bayou's the brown one, Scar's the white one. They're both like half pit bull, half husky from the same parents, but they don't look anything alike. Same father, same mother, they're brothers. Look totally different. Not that this has anything to do with my truck. But anyways, yeah. Not sure what all I said. Oh yeah, I did say it, yeah. I've been on my valves, that's what it is. But the dogs wanted me to take them outside, so I had to take them outside first before I can sit down and check prices on valves and see what kind I'm gonna get. I'm definitely not gonna get stock valves. Probably get stainless steel valves. Maybe some chrome mollies, depends on how much they cost. But that's where I'm at. I'll let you know when I get them.